You want a sneak peek at what he got? Fucking gift.
Yeah, Miguel.
All right. You know what? We're live. You're good.
We're good. Welcome back, guys, for another episode of the GhettoRig podcast. For those who don't know, my name is Eddie. To my left, we have my co-host Jay, making funny faces over there, and behind the cameras, controlling all the good stuff, Miggy.
If they work.
Yeah, if this stuff wants to work, that's just how technology is, especially when it's set up by people like us.
GhettoRig.
Welcome to the GhettoRig podcast.
Yeah, which is funny because I don't know many people of like around me and Miguel that are more technologically savvy, specifically about the stuff that has to do with all of our gear when it comes to cameras and computers. I don't think I know many people that are more savvy than me and you, which is sad to say because this shit's still annoying. Like, there's so much to deal with.
Anything can go wrong.
Anything can go wrong.
Affect four other things, and then those four other things can have five different problems.
Besides problems, I guess, in the world. Thank you, anybody who sent me happy birthday wishes over the weekend. I didn't necessarily get a chance to reply to everybody, maybe. I think I did. I hope I did. If I didn't, I'm sorry and happy and thank you for that. It was a nice weekend to spend with you guys. Besides that, anything you guys want to talk about?
So there was a big ass earthquake in Colombia.
I heard about that.
Yeah, 7.4.
He was trying to stay light at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, I had a nice smile, waiting for some funny news, but no, let's do it.
Yeah. 7.4.
Okay.
Yeah, earthquake, and there's a bunch of social media posts of people posting stuff.
Yeah, I saw a family watching their house collapse from the outside.
Are you talking about the same one with like the part of it kind of just started falling apart? In
I
neighbor's
just saw
house,
like a quick. I watched it for a
Was
few
the
seconds.
guy in the video named Dylan?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was the main
like
thing
I said,
of the video that I showed you. The guy was like, Dylan,
Yeah.
sube.
Yeah, Suve. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, when they're coming outside and the kids got no shoes on and the like front part of the house like falls apart and there's like a pipe sticking out.
And Buddy's like just casually just in the middle of the street, just.
Yeah. It was pretty strong, and they said everything was kind of like shaking and stuff like that.
Well,
There was another one where there's a bunch of people, construction workers, are on top of the building as they're constructing a fucking skyrise, and it starts shaking, and you can see all the fucking rebar and everything doing waves and stuff, and they're like, "Padre mio, Santissimo, save me," things like that.
Of a dude that just got on his knees and started praying.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I guess in Pereira, that's where you hit the hardest. And a bunch of countries are sending, like Mexico said they're going to send a bunch of help and stuff like that. With that being said, also talking about Colombia, so they had a presidential election. So the guy that got it.
Before we move on, because this is relating to the earthquakes, did you guys know that those magnitude earthquakes like are very common actually? And every year we have 16.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens to be that those in particular get a lot of coverage because they're highly densely populated areas.
Yeah, those are pretty common shit. And talking about Colombia, their president, they switched to president. President before was very socialist and very left leaning. Not the guy that's very right leaning. He's like apparently he's like a lawyer and some else, and his nickname is El Tigre. So he pretty much came in and said, "We've exhausted all the negotiations with all the cartels. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna start carpet bombing all their factories in the forest, sending out helicopters, and they're literally like showing military him right there, military just like fucking letting out in the jungle, and they're just shooting right back at the cartels, right?
How young is this guy?
Pretty young. He's like mid-40s, super young, and apparently like a lot of the Colombian people are happy with him, and he's talking about like building mega prisons, kind of similar to El Salvador, and just really coming down very hard on cartels. Very pro-family and religious, obviously, and no fuckery, right? So And they said they're gonna work with the United States really closely, especially their narco trafficking units and stuff like that against cartels. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this is gonna change, if it's gonna be effective or not. Alberto de la Esperilla.
Abelardo de la Espriella.
Abelardo de la Esperilla. Uh-huh.
That's his name?
That L
Abe-
gets you in Spanish.
Abelardo?
Yeah.
Gabriel de la Esperilla Otero. Abelardo Gabriel de la Esperilla Otero. Colombian lawyer, businessman,
Abelardo?
and
Who
a
names their
politician.
kid Abelardo?
His parents.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah,
80s what?
Homeboy's probably born like 80s or
Fucking
70s, late
Right
70s.
before the 80s.
Yeah,
78.
70s.
Mom was high on hairspray.
Mm.
Got it. Abelardo.
Don't ask me.
And then it's like, oh, Gabriel. Like, all right, we should have maybe swapped it a little bit.
Anyway, so
I feel like they do that so that you have an option later on. Because if you don't like your first name, you can always be like, well, I still have a middle name. This is technically my middle name.
Shit, but give him the better option first.
probably Grandpa's name was Abelardo or
Yeah,
some
it was,
shit.
it was a tribute.
Yeah, it's probably a tribute.
It was a tribute album.
Abelardo.
Those are never good.
Yeah, so
Because I've heard some weird shit in Spanish, man. Especially Cubans. And Dominicans, too.
Those are all Russian Creole names, bro.
Dominicans got some weird names, too. It always ends with Lis. Lis. It can be anything you can think
Najelis.
of. Yes. Some weird shit like that, bro.
We love Ailey.
Yeah.
Y'all got fucking fucked up names too. Yaeli. The fuck is Yaeli?
Lady.
Yeah, lady.
Yonarkis.
Yeah.
Joniel.
Johnny Walker.
Daniel. Maulauris.
Yeah, his mom's name is not common.
Who the fuck?
Disneyland?
I've never met anybody else with her name.
Disneyland? No. I think there was
I mean,
something
bro,
with Disney.
Uh,
Dude, bro, pull up the funniest Cuban names.
while we do this, I'm going to open my gift.
Trying to push the clock on
Oh
that.
my god, that's the first thing. Came up.
U.S. Navy. U.S. Navy.
U.S. Navy.
U.S.
That's
Navy. U.S. Navy, bro.
I've hated this name, bro, because I was stupid. It's like Mississippi. Just
You Mrs. Ladies.
You missing late.
You
missing ladies.
You Mrs. Ladies. You Mrs. Ladies.
Yeah.
You Milka. Rainier. Yomil. Yotul. Yotul, that's for YouTube. Yasmani or Jasmani. Ernoy. Iceberg.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yodanka.
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre.
A lot of these.
Adisney. See, I told you. Adisney.
Oh, that's cool. You got me an interstellar pen that has like a hovering.
The fuck is
Face.
an interstellar pen?
You never watched the movie Interstellar?
Mm-mm. Oh, shit,
Oh,
that's cool.
Fuck. I don't know how easy this is gonna be to go.
No, you can just put it. It'll
No, put it
The
flat.
magnet is, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
that's cool. What else is in the box? That's cool.
I think it's-
Where are you gonna put it? On your desk?
Yeah, it'll go on my desk at work.
At work?
Mm-hmm.
And with some finesse.
Oh, it comes with a different
Extra,
Yeah.
thing, yeah. Or is this? I don't know. This maybe
It's just
extra
extra.
ink.
extra ink.
And with some finesse, you can.
What is this?
It's the gold ring, no? Or is that the plate? It's
Probably.
interchangeable, maybe.
Spins around. I
Does
don't
it
know.
have the golden one on it?
On the pen itself, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's the 18 karat plated one.
Oh, the this little ring.
Yeah. That's worth at least $20.
What's this other thing in
It's
here?
a little bit harder to lose that pen though, because it has something to stick on.
So she said.
Oh, this is to remove the tip.
To remove the tip.
Yeah, so it's a pincer. If you want to when you want to swap it out, you can.
And then you just pull it.
Yeah.
Got it. That's cool. That's super cool.
Real test.
And
Oh yeah, I like how this pen is.
where you get this from, Riggy? That's pretty cool. Novium,
Amazon.
huh?
Amazon.
Haverpen. It's pretty cool, man. It's a nice gift. Did you
I
want
like,
one?
I like it. No, he just came up with this on his own. I like it. I like a good desk trinket that's useful. That's pretty cool. Just stays there spinning.
And if
I
you have
was
some
gonna show it.
finesse, what I was saying earlier is that you can, when you pick it up, you can remove the cap on the rings around it, and like so it stays. So you can like, in one fluid motion, leave the cap on the thing. Yep,
Oh, I
just
get
like
what you're
that.
saying. Will it stay on the little thing
Yes,
by itself?
it will. It's magnetic.
On the sides,
On
he's
the-
talking
yeah,
Oh,
about on the
just on the
sides.
On the
side.
rings, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yep.
He's got to learn how to do it.
Yeah, you gotta have some finesse.
And it stays there.
You gotta kind of like spin it around a little bit. I think.
This is sick. Thank you, Miggy.
These are.
I like how like heavy and does have that interstellar look to it. It's pretty cool. Just sits there and hovers. You can spin it.
Almost looks like a weapon. It feels like you pull it out
You're
and
spinning
dart at
Yeah, it's
someone. You know what I
spinning
mean?
right now. You almost can't tell that it's spinning.
You can't. I mean, it's fucking going like this.
Yeah, but it'll do that regardless. There you go. Now it's slowed down. Take that to work tomorrow.
Technically, that is a dildo, by the way. Anything's a dildo if you want it to be.
Miggy, pause, bro. Pause. Pause.
Bro, I've seen some crazy shit, dog.
I'm sure you have, but pause. Better Google some funny Dominican names now.
There are some good ones.
And then we go to Armenian ones right after.
Some what? Some
Dominican, funny Dominican names.
names? I've seen. I was thinking. I paused there for a second, and I was thinking of the crazy shit that I've seen. I don't know,
Well,
I
I
don't
know, this is
I
what
don't
I'm
know if I
trying.
wanna say
Hi,
it.
Luma.
Armenian names.
No, Dominican first go. Because Armenian going to be
Dominican.
difficult to understand because they don't do the... I think Dominican will understand.
US Navy.
Disney World, see? US Navy, Disney World, Smiling. Smiling.
Inspired by a U.S. Navy
Ship, yeah.
So they just saw a U.S. Navy ship and they were like,
Virus
"Damn,
Lady.
bro, that shit's strong. That shit's fire."
Mazda, Toshiba, Belcalis, Udelkis,
This is something that
Yeah,
Dominicans
Ferry.
do too. Is the lady? Yeah. Virus
Crisangeli,
lady.
yeah, Virus Lady,
Virus lady.
Uvidelka, Jason, Ioanni, Junior, Franklin. Ah, shit. Alright, do funny Armenian names now. But I don't think they're gonna be. Belcalis, the
These
real
aren't even
birth
the
name
good
of
Dominican-
Cardi B is
These aren't even
Belcalis.
the good Dominican names.
Mels, Legdar, Lenorche, Villain.
I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be even normal names that sound funny to us.
Yeah, but none. I never heard of any of these. Hayastan, that's Armenia. Atom, Vrezhia, Vrezhia.
Is this what you're
Revenge, yeah. Vrej is revenge.
Okay.
Astvatsatur, that's like God's son, given by God, basically.
So people that get this name right here, it's like they're very presumptuous.
I guess. I mean, because like my grandma's sister's name was a flower. Literally, the word flower translated. Oh, not flower. Beautiful. Geretsik. That was her name. Anyway. But yeah. So, as far as the news goes, I think that's pretty much it. Tate brothers are still in prison. They haven't been
You haven't
let
heard
out.
about the basketball player?
Which one? There's a bunch of stuff that's going around where the white girl gets smashed in the face and then the
Nope.
black girl that smashed her in the
Nope.
face.
No,
Said it's
I
what?
think you're gonna like.
I'm surprised this hasn't.
You're
reached
gonna
here.
like this one more.
I just saw some guy like dressed up with long hair, but then I
Yeah.
didn't read into it too
Yeah,
much. Go ahead.
that's him. That's him.
What do you say?
He's signing. He's declaring himself for the WNBA draft.
No shit.
Or sorry, she is. Yeah, she is declaring her.
But he's got like a beard
herself.
and everything, right?
Yeah.
This got to be a joke, though.
No, it's not a joke. It's a joke, but it's not. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
In the sense,
They're trying to make a point.
Yeah, he's trying to make a point. He in the video himself said like, if the NWA comes out and makes a statement declaring that I cannot do so, but they won't.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of controversy going on how WNBA, where people are basically betting that there are currently men that play in the WNBA. And I think they all kind of go to Brittany Griner. How there's there's a reel of her playing basketball without a shirt on. You never seen that? No. Yeah, it's a whole reel of her playing basketball without a shirt on.
I don't know. It's actually two, by the way.
There's two guys doing it?
Yeah.
I mean, good.
And these are like ex-pros. I don't know if they necessarily play in the NBA, but I think they were like maybe played like
this guy.
NCAA.
Yeah, this guy. I saw him with like long hair and like pretending to be a girl.
But he's gonna be out here just dunking on bitches.
Yeah.
360. Tomahawk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bouncing.
Well, see, the thing is with WNBA, it's a loss leader basically. The NBA is the reason WNBA exists. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? Financially, right? If not NBA, WNBA would not exist because it's a loser. It loses money every year. It doesn't generate any money.
You sure about that?
Yeah. WNBA basically substituted by NBA. NBA pays for it because they just don't generate enough money. This whole thing started with that white girl getting smashed in the face, and then the girl that hit her in the face basically went on Twitter and said it's white privilege, basically. Yeah.
Imagine this, bro, at the rim. Just getting dunks, bro.
Can you look up one of the videos of him talking a little bit? Maybe you can have Jay hear some of the words he said so far.
This guy or the other guy?
The one that's been making videos about him, declaring himself for the draft. Herself, sorry. He said he identifies as a female sometimes, but especially when he's playing basketball. And by
That's a troll, bro.
And by their rule book, that makes him eligible for the draft.
Yeah, of course.
And his canter?
What do you think of my Birkins?
They're nice. Did you get the right size now?
Yeah. I actually like them. Been wearing them for a couple days when I get home from work. They're good.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're not playing this through the stream, are you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, good. I mean, what can I say? I mean, you play stupid games, you get stupid results. I mean, what can I say? I mean, if those are the rules, right?
The way he's doing it with such a smug smirk, though, is pretty hilarious.
Upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I'm definitely not here to mock, make fun, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I'm simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values of the main WNBA players our coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equal, consistent, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring standard principles. See you at the camp. Bruh.
They just created a new subdivision league for the NBA. It's called the NBA G Plus League.
I mean, just think about it. I mean, if those are your rules, right? If you're unwilling to accept biological realities of the world, this is going to happen. You know, what's to say that some of these NBA players get retired from NBA? They got any shit to do out there? It's like, I just kind of want to play a little bit more competitive
That's
basketball.
exactly what he is.
And then just they go and they play. And now your WNBA league suddenly starts earning money, right? Because they're gonna come see them play, dunk, and do all the fun part.
Nah, we just watch the clips.
Well, either way, you know, they can open an Instagram account and generate some money that way. Or, you know, it's just rules are rules, I guess, huh?
Even the NBA doesn't get crazy numbers like that.
Well, the NBA has been declining like crazy.
On social media, they don't. I mean, their numbers are okay.
What are you talking about? I'm not understanding.
Like their numbers, when let's say they make a post,
Mm-hmm.
like their numbers aren't like crazy high.
Yeah, and
in general terms of social media, it's not that high.
Yeah, I think the WNBA, because I mean, who do you have going right now with LeBron, right? Basically, the best player out there.
People potentially follow more players than NBA.
Yes, I do agree with you. And LeBron himself has done some fuck shit out there. You know, has gone and advocated for one another one. So he kind of chosen a camp, and people that usually watch the NBA don't like that kind of stuff, right? So kind of alienated themselves by their politics, right? But by trying to play politics.
Their players have more.
Yeah, of course, I agree.
It's crazy.
I mean, they need to take a page out of UFC book, but they'll never do that because UFC book is considered misogynistic, right? So, and NBA has
They
more of a
actually hit
liberal policy.
They actually hit an all-time high recently with expanding through ESPN.
Of watch time? Okay.
170 million unique viewers in the U.S.
Okay.
For their regular season, which is hitting a 24-year high, following the rollout of expanded media partnerships across ESPN.
Yeah. So I mean, they've spoken, right? And
they're making it easier, I think, for people to watch the games too, because that was another thing was everyone's so glued to the streaming platforms.
Yeah.
That watching things like live through other avenues is kind of foreign almost to them. So like now they have it through Hulu and Amazon Prime and like other streaming platforms where people are like more prone to watch it. I think is another big thing.
But I think you know, I also understand NBA and WNBA, right? Like coaches can't come out and say, "Oh no, this is not okay," because they would probably alienate a lot of the coaches themselves, specifically on the WNBA side, and a lot of the players themselves. Because I don't think the majority, I think it's a very good, solid percentage of WNBA players might be part of the LGBTQ plus community, right? Including the coaches.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, a good majority. I would, if I were to guess.
You say that.
If I were to guess, I would say the percentage-wise, the percentage is more than what the population has. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
I don't think so. I don't see where you would draw that from.
It's just, I think it's just the nature of the game, right? Like, the competitive aspect of the game. Okay, where is this coming from? I'm just drawing. It's a conclusion that I'm drawing from when they do research and they look at the kids. Young boys, you know, when they're little kids, they play games that are hierarchical in nature, meaning like there's a winner, there's a loser, there's first, second, third place type of game. But when the little girls play games, they don't play competitive games like that. They're more communal games such as hopscotch, so on and so forth.
They still are competitive in that though.
Who is?
When like if little girls with their dolls, they're still like competitive on who has the best, most expensive or nicest doll, the most popular one, or anything like that.
No, I'm
They-
talking about when they're playing games amongst each other, with each other. Not specifically, I have more shit, right? Yes, that is true. When women make more money, they buy materialistic shit. That's more than guys do. Women spend more money on materialistic stuff, such as purses, shoes, dresses, jewelry, to make them.
It's just a different form of competition, is what I'm saying. But it's still
I agree with you.
competition.
There's no 100%. I agree with you that there's 100% competition amongst both. It's a different form of competition. There is, however, the game itself. We go back to NBA. It is more of a on a guy side of the competition. So drawing off of that, I would say that there's the percentage of women that are in a WNBA that are part of LGBTQ community are is probably going to be higher than percentage of LGBTQ community women in society. Does that make sense? So let's say in society it's 5%. I say WNBA is going to be at least 10, double that amount.
Okay.
So I mean, now we can look it up. If you pull up ChatGPT, and we can go and look it up, confirmed and non-confirmed, and that should give us here. Put the yeah. If you were to give me numbers of LGBTQ plus community in a WNBA, what would you say is the percentage of players that are LGBTQ plus community, confirmed and non-confirmed? So this should give us a pretty decent marker. Yeah. So publicly confirmed LGBTQ plus community, about 55. Of league, 25%.
55%. 55 players makes up 25% of the league. No way.
Yeah.
That means they had less than 200 players
Yes.
across the entire league.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of WNBA players.
Really, I didn't know it was that.
Yeah.
little.
So if we use the 180
Oh,
mandatory roster spots, here you go, 180 mandatory roster spots, 15 times 12 players, then 55 divided by 180 gives you roughly about 30.6%. If we instead use the roughly 220 players currently appearing across rosters, including developmental extra spots, it's about 25%, right? That's why you'll see estimates around between 25 to 35% of NBA being publicly LGBTQ. Okay, cool. Hit the microphone. Now give me what would be the estimated and actual percentage of LGBTQ plus women in United States. Go ahead. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, so as I said, it's double the number. You know what I mean? Yes, adult women confirmed self-identified 10.5% versus 25%. So it's double the number. Exactly why I said that I would assume because of the type of the game it is, because of the type of the competition it is, that it would be more women that are a little more on a masculine level would be attracted more to that game. Just the way it is. I mean, we didn't have to look up at these numbers. It was pretty logically self-explanatory that would be that. Well, in any case, coaches can. My point here was that coaches can come out, and the WNBA can come out and just say, "Oh, we're not going to allow men," because that little would alienate 25% of those players, and arguably maybe solid majority of good players are going to be there, right? Hence, Brittany Griner would be one of them, probably considered one of the.
Renner.
Huh? Rainer.
I think it's Renner.
Whatever. You know, it would just alienate 25% of the players, right? They would immediately make a stand against it. Plus, there are coaches that also identify as such, so that would alienate them as well. So WNBA can't come out and say that.
Not necessarily alienate them, because you're not allowing transgender women would mean that you would just like completely alienate those 25%.
You would, because they're part of that community, right? Because that would be an attack.
Not everyone part of that community believes that
I agree.
transgender women should be playing.
I agree.
Women with sport.
I agree with.
I think the majority of them don't agree with it.
I agree with it, but then WNBA would be called homophobic, and these people would have to take a stance. They would have to pick a side. Because they're in a public eye, they have to pick a side. People that are most hated are the ones that do not pick a side. The ones that pick, let's say, right, get hated by the left. The ones that pick left get hated by the right. But the ones that don't pick a side, they get hated by left and the right. So they would need to pick a side.
You know, I feel like I can't name a person or have seen a video of anyone actually coming out and saying that they believe that transgender women should play sports with girls, with other women, actual biological women, whatever you
What
want
do you
to
mean
put it.
you haven't seen that?
I haven't seen a single person actually say that. I've only seen people saying against it, but I haven't seen a single person that I've can remember saying that.
Well, if that wasn't a thing, Leah Thomas would never become part of the swim team.
Right, but like you see what I'm saying?
So advocating, you mean?
Yeah, I've never seen
there's
someone
a lot
actually advocating for
Yeah,
it.
there's a lot
I've
of
just seen everyone advocating how they need to make the rules more definitive to not allow it.
Yeah, because you're hearing, it could be because of the algorithm. I don't know if
Maybe.
you've gone out of the way.
I don't really get much of this shit anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever you get, depending on the type of algorithm you have, it might be skewed one way or another way, right? Versus like it kind of, because algorithm kind of rabbit holes you. It doesn't really give you everything. So
like
you have to go out of your way to see both sides. Meaning,
I don't know about that because I get a lot of both when I do get some of that stuff. Like it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
It's a mixture of right leaning stuff and a mixture of left
go on
leaning
Google.
stuff.
ChatGPT again. Who are the biggest advocates of LGBTQ community, specifically trans men participating in women's sports?
I mean trans women.
Oh, we'll redo it.
I think it might know.
Megan Rapinoe, Billie Jean King, Martina Navratilova, Chris Moisel, Lauren Hubbard, Nikki Hiltz, Athlete Ally, GLAD, Human Rights Campaign, ACLU, National Center for Lesbian Rights. I mean,
but it just says advocates of transgender inclusion. It's not the specific.
Yeah, well,
the
inclusion includes that, right?
Ozzy said Jay's the biggest advocate.
I mean, I don't think it's fair. I really don't think it's fair. Just because, like, you know, bone density, muscle mass, like, you can't reverse that, right? I don't know. I mean, if that were a thing, men would go to women sports and fighting, and women would come to the men's sports and fighting, and that hasn't happened yet. Just the physicality aspect of it. It's just, it to me, this is kind of a silly argument to have, right? Like, we're not there. You can't change genetics. I don't care how much you get pumped with hormones, one or the other one. It just doesn't work that way, you know? It's just completely different makeup biology. So, I mean, you identify whatever you want to identify. You can identify as a corner of a round house for all I care. But when it comes to sports, I don't know how much of that is fair, right? To the athletes that basically worked all their life to get to that point, and now they just get overshadowed, you know? Well, anyway, that's that. What else we got in news? Miggy, you are a news person.
Mickey, you know the guy? I don't know. I can't remember his name. Dude was watching a documentary on him all day today. It's the dude from the meme. He's like, I mean, it's all right. You know what I'm talking about? The big fat black dude.
I think I know what you're talking about.
So apparently he's a pedophile.
Oh shit.
Yeah. See if you can find him. I mean, it's all right. You should be able to find him just off of that line right there. Yeah, this dude, EDP 445. That's his like tag.
Who's this guy?
So, you probably heard the. Play the beginning part so Jay can hear the line. You never heard that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like used in memes a lot. He has some other lines too that people have used in a lot of memes and shit.
So what's the thing with him?
So apparently he's a pedophile, and like the way he got caught was somebody setting him up, like the whole to catch a predator thing. And he ended up not getting arrested or anything, but instead turned into complying with these people to the extent of telling his whole story, and then also like essentially working together with them to have a documentary about him, right? And then like this documentary is like put together like really weirdly, where they have like actors playing out some of the scenes where he describes, and it's not actually like a little kid or anything in what I'm saying, but they did it very weirdly and like very meme driven essentially, but it is like a whole documentary. I think that's like an hour long or something. Anyways, in the documentary, they get the guy from the original To Catch a Predator show that they're actually making a movie about right now.
This guy right here. See this guy right here? The one in blue?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently he made a life out of this. He's a super young dude. I think he's like
So
24,
he's the one,
25 years
yeah.
old or something. He's very young. He's got a whole crew. I think he's from like Indiana or Idaho, something like that. And he literally goes around the United States and basically traps all these predators.
Yeah, well, this guy got, and then apparently he got like two girlfriends afterwards in the whole process of doing this and like working with these guys to like tell the whole story, and like the whole thing behind it is like, how's this man not been arrested yet?
Yeah. Well, they can't arrest him, and I think Vitaly was talking about it because Vitaly for a moment was doing that too.
Well,
and,
I think it's one of those things where it's like, well, do you have proof that he actually did any of those things, right? Because like his story that he tells, of course, is that was his first time, attempting to basically get together with a freaking 13-year-old is what it was, and that it never actually happened, and he never actually did it with anybody else, and this and that.
Well, the cops here. Can you go on the ChatGPT? There's a special rule why they can't like. I think if it's like not just like you said, I think it's not documented. They can't catch him.
Of actually doing it.
So why don't predators that get caught on YouTube, child predators, don't get arrested by the police? The video isn't necessarily enough evidence by itself. The channel may have interfered with an investigation. Jurisdictions matter. Some predator catches aren't actually police stings. Police may be investigating before making an arrest. Not every disturbing interaction constitutes the same crime. So there's many rules. Like even if you catch them in an act and trying to meet with a minor, even if you call the police, that's what Vitaly was saying. They just won't arrest them. They should let it go. That's why they make fun of him and they blast their name through social media because that's like the only way they can put an end to it, right? And what I didn't know, can you click that button again? Isn't there some sort of an organization that advocates for minors and adults having relationships in the United States? Yeah, I didn't know this. So there's apparently an organization that does this.
You're good, Mickey. It's not listening to you.
Yes, the organization you're probably thinking of is NAMBLA, the North American Men Boy Love Association. The shit was founded in 1978, bro. Is not an LGBTQ rights organization. Mainstream LGBTQ organizations do not consider sexual relationships. Okay, well, that's fine. Focuses historically been specifically men, boys, rather than adult-minor relationship generally. It still has an internet, blah, 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 this and that, third. So there you go.
All that means is...
And then now they're trying to coin that term, MAP, which is a minor attracted person. And they're trying to basically... They're advocating a lot. They're advocating for a lot of research to prove it that this is genetic, right? And this is partially...
the way that this sounds like is a bunch of crazy people. When was it again? A bunch of crazy people in 1978 thought that it was a good idea for, older guys to like little boys. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, you're right, but they're advocating for those...
It's just a bunch of crazy people. I don't care what the fuck.
What do you mean? They're literally advocating for that, for men with
crazy,
minors.
Bro. That they're crazy.
No, I understand that. But they're advocating and they're putting a bunch of money behind research to prove it that it's genetic. And they should be allowed, just like gay people are accepted, they should be accepted as well.
No,
this is what they're advocating for. Literally, I'm telling you, this is what they're going for.
Sure.
Good luck. I mean, not really good luck, but fuck you.
Yeah.
But
It's
not
right.
gonna happen.
No, yeah.
You're never gonna get
Yeah, because
general society to fucking fall for some bullshit like
but
that.
you know what the issue with that is? The biggest issue with that is just think of it, it's actually preventing. So so right now, if somebody says I'm trans, they say no. What's the word they use for them is dysphoria, gender dysphoria. It's part of the DSM-5, right? One of the can you put the thing so you can explain what DSM is? Probably do a better job than I will. Yeah. What is DSM and what are the DSM-5, including gender dysphoria? Explain. So, diagnosing and statistical manual of mental disorders, right? So, depression, anxiety disorder, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, ADHD, autism spectrum, PTSD, eating disorder, substance use, gender dysphoria is part of that, right? So, if gender dysphoria is part of that and it's considered on a DSM, right? The minute they prove that it is genetic, right? Then the minor attracted persons will come out and say, well, if that's genetic, then we're genetic too. So now they have to have acceptance. This is why they'll never prove that trans men or women are genetically that way. Does that make sense? They will never, even if they came out right now, if you and I did the research and came out that this is 100% true, they would literally muzzle us. They would not allow that research to come out. And just unfortunate truth, that's what it is. And whether you agree with that or not, that's how the society is structured, right? So I don't know. It's a little interesting, how this whole thing fucking works. They're kind of like fighting a fight in a battle that's like unwinnable, right? It's always going to be considered some sort of a disorder.
They are going insane. They're repeatedly trying something, intending a different result, and it's the same.
Who are you talking about?
These people, these crazy fucks.
Are you talking about them boys attractive, the love boys, whatever, men and boys love,
That's
whatever
what you're
thing?
talking about, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're insane, but it's apparently it's been gaining a lot of traction.
Nah.
I'm serious. It's been gaining a lot of traction in liberal communities.
I'm sure it's. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
That they're agreeing with that?
Yeah,
No way.
I'm telling you.
I don't believe
Recent
that.
years, it's been getting a lot of traction.
No one in their fucking right mind believes that shit.
I mean, no one in their right mind should believe a bunch of things, but they do, right? If I told you, there was an article. Lady said, "My uncle was trafficked by ICE." Does that mean that ICE is trafficking people? No. Yes, exactly. He got caught, got shipped out for being illegally in the United States, and the niece.
I think the terminology is deported.
Yes, I agree with you. But they
Not
put in
traffic.
trafficked by ICE, right?
That's just wrong terminology.
I agree with you, 100%. But there's people out there that literally believe that this is possible, that ICE trafficked them.
Trafficked in what sense are you saying?
That's my exact point. That's literally my argument I had just with a person not long ago. Like, well, you don't know. They might have trafficked them. Like, ICE trafficked them for what? Well, it could be organ harvesting. ICE traffic people for organ harvesting? Or traffic them for prostitution? You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Like, people will literally sit there and believe because it's their truth, right? Who says that's not true? It's their truth, right? So people will say random dumb shit, and there are people that will get behind it, right? Because it's their own autonomy and it's their own feelings and how they feel about this, and this is what they think, and it's okay if they think that way. No, I mean it's not okay to think that way. You know what I mean? That's just it's skewing what normal people do.
There's a lack of ignorance. I agree.
Yeah. And, obviously, you read this article and you understand that they're clickbaiting you, right? Because no matter what side you're on, you're like, what do you mean trafficked? And they're like, oh, yeah, let me read about this, right? It's literally clickbait, you know. But an average person, an average person that just sits there and logically thinks about this issue, but then there are people that get behind it, right? And advocate for it. So
There's a lot of people that just go on about their life and they don't care about
correct.
the outside world. Whatever's outside their home, they don't give a fuck about.
They don't give a fuck. Yeah, they're just like it's
don't
like
care.
in their own little bubble, like no idea what's
It
going
doesn't
on around
affect
them.
me, it doesn't matter. La 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 la.
Exactly. Yeah. And I do understand. You know, people have bills to pay. They work hard. They get tired. Last thing they want to think about what's going on in the world, because electric bill might not be paid this month. You know what I mean? I get that. However, you know, these are the things that drive our society, and these are the people that we vote for, right? At the end of the day, like for example, Mayor of Tampa. I think it was Mayor of Tampa that came out and basically said, vote no on taxes, to remove the property taxes, right? And her explanation to that was because government needs money. Although the state of Florida governor came out and said, we don't need money, we got enough money. So to me, I'm right away thinking, it was like, well, she's saying government needs money, basically trying to say that the Hillsborough community or whatever, Tampa needs money, and this is the taxes, this tax money they use for Tampa. Now, when government is coming down and saying, well, you're the mayor, figure out where that money is going to come from, but it's not going to come from taxes. And they don't want to sit down and think about how else we can substitute this, right? And how we're going to do this. But instead, they're going out there and saying, vote no on getting rid of the taxes. Who in their right mind is going to go to the voting polls and say no, and say yes or no to taxes, right? Like, if you own a property, you don't want to pay taxes. Why? If there's an opportunity for you not to pay taxes, why would you go against it? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. But they'll advocate for it, right? So it just depends, I guess.
You guys ready to wrap it up for today?
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. We'll catch you guys on Thursday.
Peace.